Just say it, 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 just say it.
Just say it!
Have we made our explanation too complicated? I've been studying your work since 1990. I'm trying really hard to remember your words, and so we want to give them to you in an easier to remember format. Get happy in any way you can. If you have to run away from home, do it. If you have to go to the beach every day, do it. Do anything that you can do to get happy. In most cases, it does not involve action, because in most cases, if you take action in your effort to get happy, some boom drops on you, like you get fired and then you don't have any money or something like that. Get happy in your mind. Find a way to make such peace with where you are that you allow your gap to close. That's what getting happy is. It's making peace with where you are, because if you make peace with where you are, this vortex that is spinning will suck you right into the perfection of all of it. Get happy. Simplistic, we know. That's why we write so many books. But then all of those books, you say, oh, there's so much to learn. Look at all of these pages. There's so much to learn. All of these emotions that I didn't even know that I had. And all of these laws, look at all of these laws, universal laws. What in the hell is vibration anyway? I don't understand. Ask and it is given. That's bullshit. I've been asking, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I've been asking, where's my stuff? So we give you all of the words and you say way too many words, and we say get happy and you say, oh, too simplistic. And we say, really all you got to do is just find a reason to feel good. In other words, that conversation we just had, that was better than the whole seminar put together. You laughed, you know it's true. There isn't anything that is written here that you didn't know the day you were born. We're just reminding you of it. You can tell every time you enter into a conversation that you know isn't going well for you. You can feel it. You can feel when you're defeating yourself. You can feel when you're bolstering yourself. You can feel when you're uplifting another. You can feel when you're deflating another. You know this stuff. No, you know this stuff. You have just over time lowered your standards about how you're willing to feel. You've gotten used to being ornery. You're not deliberate about feeling good because you don't understand the power of feeling good, you see. We're not talking about laughing hee-haw off the wall. We're talking about feeling interested in things. We're talking about waking up and being glad that you're awake and glad that you're alive and looking out across the landscape and wanting to see what's there. We're talking about seeing things and feeling interested in them. We're talking about having a conversation with someone across the table and devouring every word and loving the conversation that you're having. We're talking about looking into the eyes of children and babies and animals and lovers and feeling the fullness of who you are. We're talking about getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and seeing the world through the eyes of your total self rather than this fragmented one, you see. Just chill out.
Just say it, just say it, just say it, just say it, just say it.
Just say it!
Say a few things. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
What was one of your? What was one of the topics? Or did you think we was chatting about before? Was there anything more you want to say about
that? What about the thing?
Yeah, but about how the ways to approach it.
Oh yeah, I guess as a whole, I was talking about acceptance. I guess that's what I wanted to talk about today, my topic. And but in romantic version of it. I mean, in fact, no, just life. Because no, this is all about just talking about anything, isn't it? Like, it doesn't have to be about love and all this stuff, but it is connected to it, of course. But acceptance, man. I just think.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was thinking about acceptance over the weekend. Just we've spoken about this before, but like this weekend it kind of hit me a bit more. Just accepting things for how they are. Like really not trying to change that any particular result, or not feeling guilty about anything, and just that, you know, there's a few things you're gonna do, and you know it's gonna look a certain way, and just accepting it for how it is. Like the thing is that if it's like there's things that we require of other people, like we say, oh, like it'd be nice if that person could do this, but they don't have to do anything, man.
Yeah.
They really don't have to do anything. Like, there's no girl that has to message me on Tinder back. Like, if I message them, there's no rule out there that says, yep, every time you message a girl on Tinder, you should get a response back. Like,
yeah,
there's nothing like that. Like it's just our thoughts. We think that we deserve that, but that person's entitled to do whatever they want, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've just been like really focused on that, and are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So because I'm really conscious about the time and thing.
Don't worry, like.
Yeah.
Got my eye.
So, got your eye on it. Yeah. So, yeah, like just being okay, man. Like, you know, no one needs to do anything. We're gonna just do what we want to do, and if that's the case, then why don't we just message girls that we like and we want to spend more time with, and just tell them how we feel about that, and they're gonna think what they think, and we're gonna think what we think.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that if we communicate with each other honestly,
yeah, and
then there shouldn't be any real problems with our interactions. Like, there shouldn't really be any drama.
That's a good question. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And like two things that come to mind, right? When you say like just for us to just do what we want to do, right? And then obviously girls involved they'll know about that, whatever it is, and then they can do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Versus kind of, I suppose, our actions being dependent on their actions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because that's how I've been leading it for
like,
a very long time.
Having our actions be dependent on them. Like, for example, if they have messaged, or even like when you're chilling with a girl and you're looking for those signs. Like, if you want to, like, that's why now most of the time when I'm chilling with a girl for the first time, I'm gonna go and kiss them. Like, I'm gonna go give them a kiss. Whether they kiss me back is a different story.
Yeah.
It varies, but I could like be there and just be like trying to look for all these signs, like, yeah, maybe this, maybe that, and then let my action, my urge, my impulse of wanting to kiss her be dependent on, I haven't seen enough signs yet, or I have seen enough. What was I gonna say? I was saying that, and then however, here's another thing though, like on another level. So there's that, doing what we want to do, and the girl's gonna be however she's gonna be about it. She's gonna respond however she's gonna respond. She's gonna do what she wants to do, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And like the simplistic life, the simple life, is just us doing what we want to do. So, do you know what? I feel like chilling with a girl today. Right, let's see what girls are available to that want to chill. Or there might be one particular girl. Sorry, something came up on the thing, but it's fine. Yeah, it's still recording. But in terms of sex, that sexual activity, that making love, that lovely jubbly stuff, right? That takes two to tango, right?
Exactly.
So like, on one level, that is dependent on the girl's action. Otherwise, it's gonna move into a different context of something which doesn't work, and you could be going to jail for, basically.
Yeah, of course, and that's why definitely hear you on that.
So on that level, then there's like, all right, but I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm just chatting.
Hello?
I'm still here.
Yeah, so say again?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I think maybe that.
There's a pause. I don't know if you was pausing anyway.
I wasn't. I think that my internet just went a bit slow. That's all. Because I'm using my personal hotspot. I'm not using a Wi-Fi. And where I am, in my place, my reception at the moment is poo. Has it gone again?
Peak.
Oh no, you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the simplistic life is just doing what actions you want to do, just doing the doings that you want to do. And I mean, obviously we're speaking about that in relation to love life, but that can be related to anything in life. Like if that's what you want to do, you just go do it. And then there's going to be whatever responses they're going to be. But if you still want to do that thing, you keep doing it. My friend the other day just told me about a story with Leonardo DiCaprio, and you know Wolf from Wall Street.
Yeah.
He'd been wanting to do that film for 7 years, and he kept going.
What?
Yeah, and he kept going to the producer, which I believe is Martin Scorsese. He kept going to him to ask, you know, for him to make this film. Like to I don't know if it was asking to write it or just to produce or whatever it was, but he kept going to him, and obviously the response wasn't a yes. Otherwise, it wouldn't have taken 7 years. It wouldn't have been seven. Not taken. It wouldn't have been 7 years. But that was something that Leonardo DiCaprio obviously was very passionate about, and was very clear he wanted to be a part of and do, and he just kept doing until it manifested.
Showed
up.
So it showed up, exactly.
Yeah. So in relation to love life, it's the same thing, isn't it? Like, I suppose there's going to be there's a doing that you want to do. You just keep doing that doing, and the things that you would like will show up in that. But then I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. We don't even know. Like, I think even when we try to work things out to even that level, it still becomes a question mark anyway. Yeah. Regardless, we always live in this question mark, and I just think it's okay for a reason, man. You meet people for a reason. Sometimes you don't know until after why you've met them, and sometimes you just get what you want in general. Like, there might be something subconsciously that you're talking about in your head about about women that's stopping you, or even me, from getting all the things that we want with females. Like, we don't just talk about sex, we talk about everything, like the end goal and stuff. Yeah. And eventually it's gonna unfold, like you're saying, it will unfold. It's just, we just have to let it happen, man. Like, we've already established the things that we want. Like, I'm very clear what I want at the moment in my life now, and just to stick with it, really, and just, you know, believe that it will work. Yeah. It might not work on you know, in July, like maybe I had the plan for things like that, something in July. It might not happen this July. It might happen next July.
Yeah.
But eventually it will happen. That's just so funny, like how it eventually happens. Like you think about everything that's unfolded in your life.
Yeah.
You did think about it before, and it did eventually happen. Like Barcelona, it took me 3-4 years to come here, but then eventually it did happen. Like, and I'm here now. Like, but I thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
And even the sexual activity as well.
Yeah.
Like I just remember just being like 6 months at a time, just no sex, just thinking like, man, like when's my next sex gonna be? Like when is it actually gonna, because it's not like a problem with me, you know, there's not gonna be a problem with me actually getting any sexual activity in my life right now. Like all I have to do is meet women who are on the same page. Like, you know, it's as simple as that really, if you think about it. But
yeah,
we used to sit there and just think, fuck, like, when is this all gonna unfold?
Yeah.
Who's that next girl gonna be? And because I was thinking so much about, wonder who's the next girl gonna be. 6 months ago, and I would not have done anything because I was so focused on like, I wonder who's gonna be next, and kind of distract yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
By thinking too much.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, like even when you get to the simplicity of things as well.
Exactly.
I can say with my mind, like it sometimes finds it difficult to believe. Like, what is it really that simple? Because he wants to know every single detail and all the workings out.
Exactly.
I mean, even with the film projects and the simple steps that I got present to, and I was just like, all right, that's all that's got to happen. That's all I've got to do. Like these simple steps, and just and inside of those simple steps, there's gonna be whatever there's gonna be, but it's still that simple step. For example, like having a script, that is part of a step. Like now, how that script unfolds, etc., is however that is. But the simplicity is have a script, and then another simplicity is obviously you got to cast it, you got to schedule it, film it. Like those are the simple steps, and then inside of it there are like whatever other details that are around it. And like I just love to love and I love to nurture. Like, and I love to love and I love to nurture girls, especially. And I like female company. I like chilling with girls. And like that's like I could say, for example, that's the simplicity. Just chill with girls. Just chill with girls, chill with girls, chill with girls, chill with girls, chill with girls. That's it. And nothing else needs to be worked out, or nothing else needs to be worked out. And the details.
It could be even more simpler than that.
God.
Exactly. Even more simpler than that.
One sec. Alright, cool. Yeah, what were you saying? You were about to say an even simpler way of saying that.
It was a sin. Oh yeah, an even simpler way of saying that is you were saying the plural version of that, right? Chilling with girls, isn't it?
Okay. I don't know what that.
Yeah, you said the plural, which is perfect. But the even more simpler way of that is chilling with a girl. So it doesn't have to be girls. You get what I'm saying? Like the whole girls thing's like, oh, so which one do I pick? It's like, nah, blood. Like, there's a girl who's available at the moment who wants to spend time with you right now.
Yeah.
And you want to spend time with her.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend time with her. And then maybe it might be a short thing. It might be like in a week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it might be another girl who takes up the other 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But it's always going to be a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's one girl who I haven't met up yet.
But just makes things.
She's keen. And like, but I was like, I'm going to wait. Like, let me wait a bit. Let me meet the other ones first. Maybe pick this one and blah blah blah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh shit, blood. That's the one right there. See that?
Yeah. Because you know another thing I got present to as well. When I was just chilling at the casino and I was writing some stuff out, I realised, you know, like I was saying to you about how what was a bit confusing. Well, it was confusing because obviously I was trying to add meaning and whatnot, find meaning. But there were like a couple of weeks ago, there was like an experience where like I met like one or two girls, and we went out, had a cool time, but then we didn't keep in touch after. Right? And I remember thinking to myself, and afterwards, one of the things that was there for me, but I didn't realize it, was me thinking, all right, maybe I did something wrong, and not necessarily something wrong in terms of a doing thing when I was with her, but I was more thinking maybe in my being, maybe there's something wrong in my being, maybe I wasn't fully this or da-da-da and blah blah blah. But then I actually realized, because you know sometimes when certain things don't happen in a way that you'd want it to happen, like there's this outcome and result you want, and it with something, and it doesn't happen yet. And let me say, let's just keep it specific to girls. I just realized, I'm thinking maybe I'm not a match to my desire, but maybe I am actually a match to my desire, but that particular girl is not a match.
For that desire.
Yeah. So for example, and I know I'm getting hooked on this one girl out of all the other girls that have kept in touch, for example. But it could have just been as simple as that. For that evening, that night, that was it in terms of our experience together, in terms of matching and vibing. And simply put, basically, if a girl is a match to me, I'm assuming she's gonna stay in my life.
That's it. Like, of course they're gonna like. My mum told me best. Like, if a girl wants you, she will get you, innit? She always tells me that, and I used to always think, yeah, but mum, like, it's just always a long thing, always in a friendship zone, always this. And I tell my mum, like, oh man, I just don't know if I'm ever gonna get married or if I'm gonna meet a thing. But if a girl wants you, Ash, man, she's going to get you. Because of that, what I'm trying to say is that if a girl wants to be with you, she will be with you. Like, there's none of this like stalling. There's none of this like, none of this crap. Like, you're just gonna just be you, and they're gonna be themselves.
Yeah.
And if she wants to be with you, she's gonna be in your life.
Yeah.
And it's just really as simple as that. And even if she's not in your life, so what, man? It even comes down to just like, so what?
Yeah. It is a so what.
It really is a so what. I was even thinking about this. Now, in my life at the moment,
Yeah.
I'm now open to dating women in their 30s now. Like, that's kind of like my, if you were to talk about target market, if you were to put it in that kind of perspective, that's my target market at the moment, is women in their 30s, because I find it a better interaction with that. There's no truth to that.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, women in their 30s I'll get along with better, and I just think women in their 20s I'm just not going to get a chance to do this and this. No, that's not factual. I might meet someone in their 20s who I have just as much of a good time with. But based on what I said about the 30s, that's just based on my life right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That last year I had a different perspective with that. So if you think about it, like, I've not been focusing my attention on the women in their 30s before this period in my life now. So there was women out there that I could have attracted back then, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I was more focused on whatever market it was that I wanted to attract last time. So if you think about it, it doesn't matter if you get it doesn't matter who this girl is. There's gonna be a stage in your life, but you're open to it, that stage in your life, and you will attract whoever that is in that stage of your life.
Yeah.
And that could be anyone. Like, there's loads of women turning into their 30s now.
Yeah.
That and now just turned 30, and I'm gonna attract them because that's kind of where my focus is now. It's like, oh yeah, women in their 30s, man. Like, yeah. And like, because I'm saying that like there's should be loads of women in their 30s in my life, which is actually happening now. Like, a lot of women are in their 30s that I'm meeting now.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, but what my point is that it's because I'm focusing on the women in their 30s. So it doesn't matter who that girl is that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's whatever you're part of, wherever you are in your life right now, you're just focusing on that person that you want to be attracting right now.
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to be around that type of girl eventually.
Yeah.
And it will just unfold, and it doesn't matter what we think it will happen. It's actually fine for us to feel how we're going to feel about some things and react the way we react. But ultimately, it's just basically based on what we're thinking. That's all. Like, we just got to think, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want to attract, and then the rest is just going to happen as it's going to happen, and it doesn't really matter too much about exactly how it's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Just say it, 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 just say it.
Just say it!
Have we made our explanation too complicated? I've been studying your work since 1990. I'm trying really hard to remember your words, and so we want to give them to you in an easier to remember format. Get happy in any way you can. If you have to run away from home, do it. If you have to go to the beach every day, do it. Do anything that you can do to get happy. In most cases, it does not involve action, because in most cases, if you take action in your effort to get happy, some boom drops on you, like you get fired and then you don't have any money or something like that. Get happy in your mind. Find a way to make such peace with where you are that you allow your gap to close. That's what getting happy is. It's making peace with where you are, because if you make peace with where you are, this vortex that is spinning will suck you right into the perfection of all of it. Get happy. Simplistic, we know. That's why we write so many books. But then all of those books, you say, oh, there's so much to learn. Look at all of these pages. There's so much to learn. All of these emotions that I didn't even know that I had. And all of these laws, look at all of these laws. Universal laws? What in the hell is vibration anyway? I don't understand. Ask and it is given. That's bullshit. I've been asking, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I've been asking, where's my stuff? So we give you all of the words and you say, way too many words, and we say, get happy, and you say, oh, too simplistic. And we say, really, all you got to do is just find a reason to feel good. In other words, that conversation we just had, that was better than the whole seminar put together. You laughed, you know it's true. There isn't anything that is written here that you didn't know the day you were born. We're just reminding you of it. You can tell every time you enter into a conversation that you know isn't going well for you. You can feel it. You can feel when you're defeating yourself. You can feel when you're bolstering yourself. You can feel when you're uplifting another. You can feel when you're deflating another. You know this stuff. No, you know this stuff. You have just, over time, lowered your standards about how you're willing to feel. You've gotten used to being ornery. You're not deliberate about feeling good because you don't understand the power of feeling good, you see. We're not talking about laughing hee-haw off the wall. We're talking about feeling interested in things. We're talking about waking up and being glad that you're awake and glad that you're alive and looking out across the landscape and wanting to see what's there. We're talking about seeing things and feeling interested in them. We're talking about having a conversation with someone across the table and devouring every word and loving the conversation that you're having. We're talking about looking into the eyes of children and babies and animals and lovers and feeling the fullness of who you are. We're talking about getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and seeing the world through the eyes of your total self rather than this fragmented one, you see. Just chill out.
Just say, I'm listening. Just say, I'm listening. Just say, I'm listening.
Just